Hello, my dear friends. How is everyone doing today? It's a wonderful Wednesday. We are in the middle of February 2023. So 1.5 months into 2023. How is everyone doing? How's your trading going? So, guys, if you have some thoughts or some opinions, some ideas, well, pretty much anything related to trading or maybe some other neighboring topics, I will be very, very happy to discuss that with you. Yeah, so I'm waiting for your questions, your remarks, your just pretty much anything. And the more questions I get from you, the more dialogue we have, and the more well, pretty much exchange of ideas, which is very much important. So, what is what is going to be our topic today? So, the topic of our today's webinar is going to be a strategy or trading according to the strategy called Horizon. So this strategy is really, so what I like about this strategy is that it's very, so to say, exact, right? There is a very exact moment when you want to be opening trades. You don't really have to double think or triple think about whether to open a trade or not. You just get a signal and you open a trade according to that signal. So guys, right. So let me also start with a little bit of discussion about my Forex trades. And I just keep highlighting the importance of Forex trading because pretty much when you start trading, you should you should be able to see your future in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now on. And it is pretty much an almost inevitable like process when people start trading FTT or other quick modes of trading, which I mentioned on Monday, which are scalping or like scalping on stocks, American stocks, or like any other kind of stock exchange. I'm talking about American stocks because there you have the highest liquidity and the highest, probably the best infrastructure in the world for scalping, for that kind of trading. All right. But apart from scalping, of course, you have and yeah, we have options, digital options, and so many other things. But the underlying principle that everyone needs to be able to do, and well, pretty much the main thing that everyone needs to be able to do is to be able to analyze forex or sorry charts. So it doesn't, and then it's all about techniques, right? It doesn't really matter whether you open short-term trades or long-term trades. Everything else is just like the technique, the details, so to say. And when you want to do forex trading, you just basically go from 1 minute time frame to 1 hour time frame, and then you have the same technical patterns, but now you just change the duration and the amount, and that's it. And then and you're all set. So guys, let me go ahead and do some work with my trades now. So since my 2 trades on this asset USD JPY are already in the profit, I can already put them into, I can adjust my stop losses so that guaranteed I will not lose any money on this trade, and instead I will make some money, right? I will close these trades with at least a little bit of profit. Now here I don't really have that much profit yet, so I will not really adapt. I will not really change my take profit or stop loss just yet. The time hasn't come just yet. And well, on Bitcoin we have this nice surge, so I can, wow, close to 23,000. I don't know what's going on with Bitcoin today, but I cannot complain. I'm making plus 50% profit of my trade. So that's kind of like this basic routine that you should be doing at least 1 time a day, probably 2 times a day, even better, if you just check your trades and then kind of like work accordingly. So, and then here I can also move my stop loss a little bit here because, like, all right, so I didn't close my trade when I was profiting here. Maybe I should have, but I was expecting a bigger growth, a bigger return on this trade. And all right, hasn't happened yet, but we'll see. So what is next? Hello, sir. Hello, guys. Hello. Welcome. Trade OLYMP and buy an Audi car with OLYMP trade drinks on. Haha, that's a nice idea. Well, I'm not a big fan of Audi, but yeah, that's a nice idea. Definitely. Well, we should, maybe give it in some of our contests. Tayyab, yeah, sir, I have a question, says Tayyab. Yes, I will be happy to answer that question, so please write that question in our chat. Now, guys, let's move on to fixed time trades, and let me go ahead and open and apply today's strategy onto the chart. And today's strategy is, yes, it's Horizon. So Horizon, and then I click Enable Strategy, and voila. So the strategy has been enabled, and now I can see it right on the chart. So the principle of work of this strategy is very, very simple. Okay, so let me just make a few adjustments. I want to make this blue line and yellow line, which are the main indicators in this strategy. So I want to make them as thick as possible so that you don't have to stress your eyes and you can easily see them. And I would like to highlight the main signal in this strategy, and this main is Forex for unlimited time. A question here. Yes, Forex is pretty much unlimited. You can keep it for pretty much forever. There is no time limit. Of course, you don't really keep Forex trades for more than probably a few months, but occasionally that might happen. All right, guys. So let me find a signal, and I will describe how this strategy works based on that signal. Well, right, let's do it like this. Okay, so we have a recent signal here, and of course we cannot trade according to the signal because the moment is gone. So timing is very important. You cannot open trades when after a crossing happened 5-6 candlesticks ago. And here, yes, so the main signal in this strategy comes when the yellow line here crosses the blue line, and it does so in the upwards direction. So we have this blue line cross the yellow line cross the blue line upwards, and that gives us the moment when we want to be entering a trade upwards. And so yeah, SMA 22 is crossed by SMA 5, by the 5 SMA, and a trade goes up. So MACD, right? That's the second component, the second layer of confirmation in this strategy is called SMA 22. It's called MACD. And basically we need to get a signal from a confirming signal from the MACD indicator. So in this case, the MACD was above the middle line, and it was also growing, which is this pretty much the signal for up trade. And the last confirmation, the last layer of confirmation came from the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, because these hollow candlesticks are the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, and they were of green color mostly. Here, I don't know, it's kind of in the history, maybe it was like this, so I would probably give it a little bit of consideration, but I would look afterwards, and after this one, this green candlesticks, I would have opened a trade up. Now, let me find some fresh live signal, which can occur in the near future. All right, so let's open a trade here. Even though it's kind of it's a little bit past the time, because the crossing happened a little bit before, but still it's a fresh signal, and there is basically this rule that you can still take advantage of this signal. You can use this signal maybe 1 or 2 candlesticks after the signal has appeared. So pretty much it's okay. And there are different variations. Like ideally you want to be opening a trade maybe like this one, see? So the yellow line is about to cross the blue line. Next, we can see that the MACD indicator is right below the 0 line, and well, pretty much everything is telling us that we should see a down trade here. And we are just waiting for this crossing to actually happen, and also to check the color of the candlestick. So because now we are kind of moving sideways here on Europe Composite Index. So let's see, 5 seconds. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, so it's still moving sideways, but we'll see. We need to wait that moment. All right, and here I think the time has come, so we can open an up trade here, Asia Composite Index. Basically, yes, we see the crossing is here, so we open a trade upwards. And here, yes, the crossing is there, so a down trade is pretty much logical here. Yeah, Akpak, I see your message about your lost deposit that has not been credited. Well, I'm sorry for the situation. I know I will double check it again. Unfortunately, it does take some time for crediting these lost deposits, and unfortunately, it does happen from time to time. Okay, I'll just double check it. So since I don't know the current situation about your that failed deposit, and yeah, we'll see what can be done about it. Right. Nevertheless, we should continue trading. And guys, another thing that I want to mention to you, I don't know if I mentioned before, but you can also use, I don't know, for you, for those people who use cryptos, crypto payments, and cryptocurrencies in general, we have very convenient payment methods via USDT, so USD Tether, and we have USD like Tron, Ethereum, and BNB, so Binance blockchain. And basically with these USDT, 3 different kinds of USDT, you can get quick deposits with the minimal commissions, and also pretty much almost unlimited amount of money. I think the maximum deposit transaction is $1 million, and it doesn't matter the size of your transaction. You pay the minimal commission of $1, $3, or $10, something like this, or even less. I don't know, it depends. I know that it's $2.6 with TRC. With Ethereum, it's $1. So basically, the commissions are very, very low. So Ethereum also went up by, I don't know how many percent, like 5% today. All right, guys. So my first three trades, 1, 2. This one will definitely close with a profit. And actually, we can open another trade here since we have a very strong signal, and it's kind of like another signal. So this crossing is there. It's recent. So probably it's the crossing was there. Then the blue line and the yellow line, they went again, kind of like this did diversion from one another, and now that's another signal. So yeah, we'll see. Interesting. All right. let's go to the very beginning of our list, and there we can see probably a fresh new signal. Yes, a signal on gold. So crossing here, the yellow line crossed the blue line. I call it like lines. They are SMAs basically. So the 5 SMA crosses the 22 SMA. Red color of the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, and the last confirmation here comes from the MACD indicator, and it also suggests that we are about to see a drop in price. So 3 confirmations are there, and thus we open a trade downwards. All right, so what else? What else can we trade? So this signal is kind of confusing. Like, yeah, there was this kind of like bear's trap. So it kind of break downwards and then just basically reversed very rapidly. And now that asset is surging. All right, so how about we try Euro USD? So we have a signal here, green Heikin-Ashi candlestick. So one crossing is there, the crossing is there, the Heikin-Ashi is green, and the MACD is above the middle line, and it's also pointing upwards. Beautiful. Okay, guys. So supposedly there was a signal here with the Oasis index, but then now there is no signal, right? The signal is gone because we have this kind of like reversalish pattern, like these red Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, and then it's green, so it points upwards. All right. So this trade closes with a loss. Yeah, well, basically that was a kind of like this bear's trap. How about our okay, so gold. Let me reload the platform. Which strategy is this? So this strategy is called Horizon. So guys, what else I like about this strategy is that wow, in this strategy, oh wow. So guys, look, this is another beautiful setup with this strategy, right? So basic dollar index, and let's go. Step number 1, we find the moment when the yellow line, the yellow SMA, the 5 SMA crosses the 22 SMA, and this crossing happens into the downwards direction, right? And the next signal, we need to find the next layer of confirmation. We need to look at the MACD color and MACD position. So the MACD position is right below the middle line, is right under the middle line. And then the last thing is the color of the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, and the color is red. So 3 layers of confirmation are there, and voila, I open a trade downwards. I don't know, guys. I think this strategy is relatively simple, and so this strategy is like another advantage of this strategy is that it gives us very precise moments of time when we want to be opening trades. So basically, you just have this crossing and you open a trade downwards. It's not like there isn't much kind of like much else to it. You just open a trade downwards and that's it. The crossing is there, very exact, very precise moment, and well, yeah, and then you just check that signal with the help of the yeah, like here, Arabian General Index. So what I don't like about this trade right now is that the MACD is kind of neutral, and also the latest candlestick is red. So basically there is no signal here. So we need to wait. So so the second layer of confirmation and the third layer of confirmation in this strategy, they basically help us to weed out all those false, or to filter out all those faulty signals. And of course, some of these signals would still be profitable, but they help us eliminate at least 50% of those losing trades. So that's why we don't just rely on the simple crossing of the 5 SMA and the 22 SMA, but instead we focus on the on those other two layers of confirmation as well. Because trust me, they are important. So GBP USD, so the pound against the United States dollar, right? So the signal is there. All right, so let's move next. All right, I will answer a few questions. Best strategy according to you? Well, so this is a very common question, and I keep basically hearing this question during every seminar, every webinar. The thing is that there isn't like one best trading strategy, even according to me. It's kind of like a combination. It's a certain collection. It's a certain portfolio of strategies that every trader must have in their command. Ooh, basic dollar index closes with a loss. I was expecting a profit there, but all right. So my suggestion would be to actually learn a few trading strategies. Like talking about our trading strategies, it's Horizon, Triple Rebound, Jektar, Kind Martin, Excel. Like 5 trading strategies is more than enough, but start with them. Start with something. And also, 2 traders might be using the same trading strategy, but might have totally different trading results. So everything is quite individual, and I strongly encourage you to find something that, so to say, fits your trading style, because some people like when you have kind of like this one-time crossing and one-time signal, like in Triple Rebound with the Friday strategy. And then some other traders, they like Kind Martin, where the signal is continuous. So as long as those 2 layers of confirmation are there, you can open trades. You could be opening trades for before the signal has reversed. All right. So what's going on with the currency pairs? So okay, so GBP USD. So it's making this pullback. Okay. So basically, my advice here, my piece of advice here would be to to actually try out a few strategies, maybe 5-10 different strategies. You can start with those strategies that are available on our platform, and then move and then see, maybe you will out of those 15 plus, or probably 25 plus strategies. I don't know, we have probably more than 35 strategies altogether. You can actually find those strategies that fit you, and that can make your trading profitable. And then and from there, yeah, you just start trading. And please tell Jektar winning trick. So yeah, this current strategy is called Horizon. So the Horizon strategy. So Jektar is actually one of my favorite strategies as well. Belongs to my all-time top 5 trading strategies. And the trick there is to well, basically find those moments when the price comes close to so in that strategy, we have 3 simple moving averages, and they act as levels of support and resistance. I think I did a webinar just last, I think that was last Friday or last Wednesday, and I did trading using that strategy, and you can watch the recording is here in our YouTube channel, so you can find that webinar and you can watch it and uh, figure out for yourself whether you want to maybe keep this strategy or you want to discard that strategy. So it's like everything is really up to you and up to your trading style, trading psychology. Also, guys, you also have to note that we have forex and we have stocks price trading, and you shouldn't limit yourself to just FTT mode of trading. And when it comes to forex trading, this notion of a good idea, of a good trading strategy, um, it becomes even more diluted because you need to take into account more of those additional factors like your stop loss, your take profit, your risk to reward ratio. So those factors start playing a major role in your overall trading success. Okay, guys, another signal on AUD USD and CAD JPY, so the Canadian dollar against the yen, and right now we are surging here, so the crossing comes, the yellow line crosses the blue line upwards, and yeah, the MACD line is above the or the MACD area in this particular case is above the zero line, so that is an up signal. So let's have a quick look at the trade so far. So how do you guys like our new interface here? I love it so much because I've been begging for this for a long time. Like I want to have these history of orders to be in a separate place, my trades to be in a separate tab, so that they don't that I don't have to like, oh, does this belong to this account or that account, or that was an order, canceled order, executed order, or all that stuff was so much irrelevant to me. And I'm so happy that finally everything is the way it should actually be. Oh, right, so Astro Index. So I'm really hoping for a drop here in price, which is kind of moving sideways. All right, so it's kind of moving sideways, but at least my trade did close with a profit. So yeah, so Astro Index closes with a profit, Braz Index closes with a loss, and so let's see. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 winning trades and 1, 2, 3, 4 losing trades. So that's the current ratio of around 65%, I think. So 7 out of 11, that's 63.6, 64% profitable trades. And I have 2 more. Oh wow! So yeah, it's the middle of the hour. Some news probably released, and that is why my trade on AUD USD is not going to be profitable, I think. I don't know, unless something dramatic happens here. So let's have a look at the euro against the United States dollar. That is the heaviest currency pair. Okay. Hey there. Could you please tell us the reasons why an account gets banned, or share the link to the documentation for the same? Well, it is somewhere in the user's agreement. So those cases when account can be banned. I don't have a link to that, but I know that probably the only case when account might get blocked is when the user has not provided his documents for verification after 60 days of the initial request. So after the initial request to provide verification documents or KYC to pass the KYC procedures, you guys have around 60 days, I think, and on that very, say, rare case when that has not been provided, then in that case your account might get blocked, so something like this. But under normal circumstances, it just doesn't happen. All right, so Arabian General Index. So we are moving toward the final minutes of today's webinar, and I'm thinking of trying to find a few more signals. So, for example, here, Braz Index. So what I don't like about this this current signal, this even though we have this crossing, but look, the current candlestick is red, and also the MACD is below the middle line. Yes, it's kind of neutral, so it's not really an up signal, not really a down signal. So in this case, we want to avoid confusion, and I would rather skip this signal. And the same story is here, even though we have this crossing, but I kind of don't like, so two red candlesticks. Okay, so I will mark it, I will start this asset to check it out in a few minutes, but as of now, that signals confusion to me. All right. All right, Ethereum is dropping. So let's open a trade here downwards. It's a fresh signal, so we can still take advantage of this signal, even though it appeared 2 candlesticks ago and probably at a little bit better price. So we have already moved a little bit, we have already slid a little bit downwards, but nonetheless, Nasdaq. Shall we try? Yeah, let's try. So yeah, all those signals are in our favor for a down trade. So let's open a trade downwards. So I don't really trade basic altcoin index that much, and I don't know, just seems like it's kind of reversing. So yeah, actually at the moment when the yellow line crossed the blue line, it kind of reversed upwards, and yeah, just let's just skip this signal. It's not a good signal. Now, Caffeine index. See, it kind of went sideways. I don't know. Probably there was a 50-50%. There was a 50-50 chance that this trade would have closed with a profit, but I don't like this 50-50 chance. And here, yes. So basically, the color of the Heikin-Ashi candlestick, it basically prevented me from opening that losing trade. So. So Rajat says, I'm actually planning on making trading on OLYMP TRADE as my part-time job. Well, that's a good thing. So we all, I mean, like when I started trading, well, so I mean, like going back to 2000, probably like 10 or 11 when I first learned about trading. So in the beginning, I was working for a company. I had a regular office job, and yeah, and then I was like doing some trades, and like eventually I joined that. I attended a few different trading courses. I joined that proprietary trading company. So maybe I was a little bit lucky in the beginning that at one point of time I didn't have to risk my money. I was risking the company's money, but I was also I was also sharing my profits 50-50 with the company, because at some point of time I started making profits. But then I had to basically give back the company 50% of those profits. But on the other hand, I wasn't risking my money. I didn't have to risk that, and that was maybe a little bit, that gave me a little bit more kind of like confidence, because I was pretty much sure that I will not lose my own money. So that's a good thing. But yeah, making trading as a part-time job, yes, I would agree it's a good idea. So I wouldn't really, because many people, what they do when they learn about trading, they just like they quit their jobs and they start trading like all the time, and then basically you need to have another um, like you need to have plan B. So trading, even though trading promises great profits for those uh, who become successful, who manage to become successful traders, but also trading bears a lot of dangers in terms of like it's not guaranteed. Like you're at if you work for a company or for someone, more or less, you with a 99.9% chance, it's guaranteed that at the end of the month you're going to get your salary. Now with trading, there is no guarantee for that, and sometimes it's like business. It's like running or starting a business, and you want to make sure that you actually have like this safe fund. So in case you have a losing month and you don't close with a profit, this month is not closing with a profit, then you have some, you can add some money to your trading account, or you have money from which you can support your life, your like basic needs and stuff like that. So it's very important to have that. So that's why I strongly recommend to start trading as a part-time activity, and not to just quit your job and do trades all day long. Hi Thomas, which strategy helped you to make successful? So I'll tell you honestly, it's difficult to say, because I now have to think back 10 plus years, right? So it's the combination of the price action techniques, the combination of technical analysis and fundamental analysis. So the more you learn, the more knowledge, the more strategies, the more indicators, the more tools you can use, the better of a trader you become, provided that you analyze your trade. So probably one of the most important tools that helped me become profitable trader was not a certain strategy or a certain approach, but it was me doing my or analyzing my trades and conducting my trading journal, because that helped me figure out which strategies were giving me money and which strategies were taking money from my pocket, out of my pocket. So I would really think about that. So you add some a strategy to your trading portfolio, and like, is this strategy going to be profitable or not? No one knows. But if you do your analysis of your trades, your and everything, and then eventually at some point of time you realize, wow, so this strategy works for me and that strategy doesn't. So I would say I cannot say it was like Jektar strategy, and I mean, back in the day I wasn't even calling that strategy or Jektar. So guys, it's very important to actually to know to do your homework. Yeah, it's like I call it doing your homework, doing your trading journal. It's like really it's one of the most important, it's probably the most important thing that any trader should be doing in his or her trading life. Guys, let's calculate my profitable trades and my losing trades. So I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So 13 lucky number profitable trades, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 losing trades. So 13 profitable trades out of 20, and that gives me 65% winning rate. And I forgot to write down how much money I had in the beginning, but probably I'm I'm definitely closing this trading session with a profit. I just don't know how much profit exactly, probably at least $100 or something like that. And yeah, so that's it for today, guys. So I mean, it's probably my, I'm trying to think, it's probably my 8th or 9th profitable webinar in a row, and every time I use mostly different trading strategies. Strategies mostly don't repeat. So that gives you an idea that you can pretty much profit with almost any trading strategy, as long as you like get constant feedback from the market, and you look at this, you listen to the market, you listen to what the market has to tell you. Like if your trades are like closing, if your trades keep closing with losses, you just avoid this trading strategy and you move on to another trading strategy. And also, yeah, like combining forex trades with your wow, Bitcoin is already making so much profit. So yeah, it's a combination of everything. I cannot say one exact. I mean, like it's like going to what would be another metaphor? Like it's like going. You want to go dance, right? So you at first in the beginning you learn 2-3 different dance moves, and you can get and then in a certain situations you can dance. But then if you know, say, 20 different moves or maybe 50 different moves, and you've practiced them well or long enough and well enough, and you can switch between them, that makes your dancing so much better. And you can pretty much dance to any music and to almost any circumstance or any situation at any occasion. So that's the same story with trading. So there are so many different modes of trading, but the basics are all here. So the basics are just being able to analyze charts. So these are the charts. You just need to learn how to predict, how to forecast, predict or forecast, doesn't really matter, where the price will go next. So, well, guys, thanks for watching my webinar. I hope you enjoyed this webinar, and yeah, good luck in your trades. And I hope to see you on Friday when I will do my next trade. So, guys, yeah, once again, good luck with your trades. I will see you soon. Thomas signing out. Bye bye.